Welcome back to the deep dive. You know, we're always looking for those shortcuts, right? Ways to feel better, think a bit sharper. And often we look towards, well, high-tech stuff. But what if one of the best boosts came from just a simple plant, one that's been part of the daily diet in South Asia for ages?
Yeah, for thousands of years.
Today we're focusing on Gotukola. It's often called the memory herb.
That's absolutely right. And for this deep dive, we're really unpacking the story of this plant. Botanically, it's Centella Asiatica.
Oh.
Our mission really is to see how traditional systems like Ayurveda and Siddha medicine too, how they use it, and then look at the modern chemistry, see how that explains its effects.
Right.
And maybe most interesting, why it's still so integrated into just everyday food in the region.
And integrated is the key word there, I think. I mean, the sources we looked at show it's hugely popular in places like Sri Lanka.
Oh, definitely.
It seems to just slide effortlessly from being this, powerful medicine to just a staple food. People eat it almost daily. It's quite a bridge, culturally and biologically.
It really is.
So, okay, let's start with the basics. Centella Asiatica. That name kind of hints at its origins, doesn't it? If you're trying to picture this plant, what are we looking at?
Well, what's fascinating is, yeah, it has deep roots in Sri Lanka, India, but it's actually quite the world traveler.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you find it growing naturally all across India, Bangladesh, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, even parts of Africa. It's really widespread, especially in tropical areas.
And appearance-wise, it's pretty unassuming, which I guess makes its power even more surprising.
Totally.
The sources describe it as just a small, creeping ground plant. The leaves are the main thing you'd notice. They're kind of fan-shaped.
Distinctly fan-shaped, yeah.
Usually a bright, clear green, though apparently sometimes they can look a bit orange. Depends on the conditions, I guess.
Yeah.
And the flowers are tiny, white or maybe reddish, almost unnoticeable.
And that look, that low-growing nature, it tells you exactly where it likes to live. It needs really specific conditions.
Like what?
Well, it absolutely thrives in wet, warm, tropical climates, needs shade, and crucially, the ground has to be moist, like properly water retentive.
Ah, okay. So not a desert plant then.
Definitely not. It's the opposite of drought tolerant. And that reliance on water and heat is probably why it got so baked into the wellness traditions of those, humid regions.
Right, makes sense. And that wide tropical spread probably explains why it pops up in multiple ancient systems. So moving to how it's traditionally used. It's a big deal in both Ayurveda and Siddha medicine, yeah.
Huge deal. Highly valued.
And the main claim, the headline act, seems to be cognitive enhancement, memory.
Exactly. Its traditional fame really rests on boosting memory power. It's seen as like directly feeding the brain.
Feeding the brain, I like that.
Yeah, the traditional text we looked at used this term, mastakayata aharaya.
How do you translate that?
It translates pretty well to sustenance for the head, or simply brain food. It's considered, one of the purest forms of mental nutrition you could get from a plant.
Wow. But the sources are clear. It doesn't just stop at the head, does it?
No.
The benefits seem more systemic.
Oh, absolutely. That's critical context. The research we looked through shows a really strong focus on circulation and blood health, too.
How so?
It's noted for actively increasing blood circulation throughout the body and, at the same time, acting as a kind of cleanser, purifying the blood.
Okay, cleansing the blood. And if you connect that to broader health issues, the sources specifically mention it helps with managing high blood pressure, HBP.
That's right. It plays a supportive role there.
I mean, if it boosts flow and cleans the blood, it kind of follows that it would be a tool for cardiovascular support, right?
It does follow, yeah. But it's not just internal pipes. It's also about external repair. The plant is incredibly famous for what it does for the skin. That might actually be one of its most common uses in traditional practice.
Ah, yes, the skin benefits. So a lot about that. Used for allergies, various skin conditions. But the one that really stood out to me was wound healing.
Absolutely. Traditionally, it's applied directly to heal external injuries, disorders, skin problems. It's known as a pretty aggressive wound healer.
Impressive.
And, less dramatically, it's also just prized for maintaining healthy, good-looking skin day to day.
Okay, so we've got memory, blood circulation, skin repair. Before we hit the chemistry, there was one more physical benefit that seemed quite fundamental, maybe overlooked sometimes. Temperature control.
Yes, that's right. It plays a role in helping the body manage internal heat.
How did that work?
The sources note it can help control overall body temperature and specifically reduce that feeling of internal heat or fever. The traditional system's called this Santhapaya.
Savapaya.
Yeah, so it basically acts like a natural coolant for the whole system, helps balance the body's response to inflammation and heat.
Okay, so what it does is pretty clear. Boosts brain, cleans blood, heals skin, cools the system. The big question now is why? How does this little creeping leaf manage all that?
Right. And that brings us to the chemistry. This is where the old wisdom meets modern science. Traditional healers knew it worked, but now we've isolated the specific active compounds.
Bizarre.
They primarily belong to a class called triterpene saponins. Fancy name, but basically they're potent plant chemicals.
Got it. And our source material highlighted 3 specific ones, right? Asiaticoside
Diacoside.
and centellaside. Okay. Are they all equally important?
Well, they all contribute, but Asiaticoside seems to be the real heavy hitter here. That's a key insight from the material we reviewed.
Asiaticoside. Okay, what does it do?
Think of it as the plant's chief repair molecule. The research confirms it plays a really crucial role in promoting the synthesis of type I collagen.
Hold on, collagen. Isn't that usually about, like, skin creams and wrinkles?
Often, yes, but type I collagen is way more fundamental than just skin elasticity.
Okay, explain that. How does boosting type I collagen link back to the brain, the wounds, the circulation benefits we talked about?
That's the beauty of it, the synergy. Type I collagen is the most abundant type in our bodies. It's the main structural protein. So if you boost its synthesis...
You're strengthening things everywhere.
Exactly. You're reinforcing the structure. For wound healing and skin health, the link is obvious. Collagen literally rebuilds tissue.
Right.
But it doesn't stop there. Collagen is also the primary structural component of our blood vessel walls.
Ah, okay, now I see the connection.
Yeah.
Stronger, more flexible blood vessel walls that would directly help circulation and maybe help with high blood pressure too, like the sources said.
Precisely. You reinforce the whole circulatory system, you get better flow, maybe better purification. And then for the brain, okay, the mechanism is still being studied, it's complex, but better oxygenation, better blood flow to the head, certainly wouldn't hurt memory and cognitive function. So Asiaticoside is acting on the body's basic architecture, from the blood vessels outwards. That helps explain why Gotukola seems effective for such a wide range of issues.
That really is fascinating. One key compound driving all these systemic effects: circulation, memory, skin repair. But here's the amazing part. Despite all this complex chemistry, this isn't some rare, expensive extract you have to hunt down.
Not at all.
It's totally central to the food culture in the region.
It's the ultimate functional food, isn't it? You don't just take it as medicine, you eat it as a regular green vegetable. It's so popular it gets worked into all sorts of daily dishes, which means people get this continuous, sort of low-dose therapeutic input.
But does eating it raw, or just cooked in a meal, give you enough of those active compounds like Asiaticoside? Or do you really need a concentrated pill?
That's a fair question. The sources suggest that the sheer frequency of eating it, combined with its overall nutritional punch, delivers the benefits over time. It's less about a massive single dose, more about steady, ongoing support for the system.
Okay. And there are specific popular ways it's eaten. I love the names of these dishes.
Me too. Probably the most common one you'd find is Gotukola sambolaya.
Sambolaya. What's that?
It's a type of fresh relish or salad. They finely chop the Gotukola leaves and mix them with scraped coconut, maybe some onions, chili, lime juice. It's really fresh and vibrant. You eat it alongside rice and curry.
Sounds delicious. The sources also mentioned Gotukola Keda. Sounds maybe like a breakfast thing.
Keda is like the ultimate traditional wellness breakfast. It's a kind of congee or porridge, often made with rice, coconut milk, and then the Gotukola leaves are blended right in.
I'll blend it in, okay.
Yeah, so it's warm, easy to digest, a really common way to start the day with that medicinal boost. And of course you see it as juice too, just freshly pressed Gotukola juice. It really is an everyday green, fits into any meal.
And eating it like this daily, it's not just about the special medicinal compounds, is it? It brings a lot more to the table nutritionally.
Oh, absolutely. Huge nutritional value. Eating Gotukola gives you high levels of essential vitamins. The sources mention A, B, and C specifically, plus other nutrients that are needed for good liver function.
Right.
So when you're eating this green leaf regularly, you're getting that Asiaticoside-driven structural support.
Yeah, but also just a solid nutritional foundation for vital organs.
Calm anxiety.
So wrapping up this deep dive,
could make it into
what
a
we've
tea
really
or
distilled here
tincture.
is that Gotukola stands out as a superior natural medicinal plant. It genuinely seems to support whole body health.
Yeah.
There's this powerful natural synergy going on supporting the brain, the blood system, the skin, internal temperature all at once. It's a fantastic example of how that deep traditional knowledge lines up so well with modern nutritional science and chemistry.
It really is amazing when you step back and think about it. Such a simple, common plant, just a creeping ground cover where it grows, forming the bedrock of these major wellness traditions in South Asia. A true natural multitasker, nourishing you from the cells right up to your thoughts.
The knowledge we've pulled together really defines Gotukola as one of nature's best tools for health, memory, skin, and blood. So here's a final thought for you to chew on. We've seen how this one leafy green manages memory, circulation, and skin, largely through influencing something as basic as collagen. Now maybe look around your own kitchen or your own local environment. If a humble plant like Gotukola holds this much biological complexity, what power might be hiding in the everyday things you already use? The parsley, the basil, even kale. What other foundational secrets might just be waiting to be uncovered right where you live?